Hey, if you want to have a chance of winning a copy of Visco and Topos, all you have to do is to become a channel member or a patron. This giveaway is for all tiers. I still have 2 licenses and I'm planning to do more plugin giveaways in the future. Now let's start with the video. You know that I am a fan of XY paths, an XY controller, XY thingy. Did you know I love XY paths? This has to be one of Bitwig's most underrated devices, the XY container. It works for effects, for instruments, and there's even a modulator. But sure, it's just fading between 4 different sounds or effects. Wrong. It's so much more than that. And it's honestly super powerful. I mean, listen to this. So yeah, in a surface level, in the instrument XY, you can put up to 4 different instruments in each corner, and then you fade in and out from each other. Not only that, thanks to this little cog icon, you find the X and Y knobs, making it possible to modulate them. But as you can see, these knobs have their own modulation output, and there's where the fun begins. This transforms the XY container into something that's all about mutation and movement. I mean, we have this example. So then, instead of only fading in and out from each instrument, we can add modulations to control different parameters. For instance, in this corner, we have this sawish kind of sound. We can do something simple as controlling, for instance, the filter, so the closer we get to that corner, it's not only louder, but also it's brighter. Now that's actually boring, so let's control more stuff like distortion, wavetables, FM amounts, and so on. Yeah, that's more like it. Whether you are new to Bitwig or you already have experience, I think my channel can interest you, so subscribe to it and give this video a like. I have many other videos about Bitwig and you can request things in the comments. Thing is, with these modulators you can control anything that's inside of this device, including the post effects. So you can add some crazy effects like the sweep and manipulate it with the same XY path as for the instruments. That way you get a next crazy level of sound mutation. Not only that, also consider that on each of the corners you can put full chains, not only the instrument but also many different effects, even instrument layers and whatever. So you can of course control with the XY those effects too, and then also the effects that you put on the post effect. Then you add a simple LFO or a sample and hold, and that way you have your own crazy movement mutation kind of sound. Sometimes you don't even need to know what you're doing. You can go for a completely exploration type of sound design session and start controlling different parameters with the XY to see what happens. Of course, there's also the XY effects container, which has the same principle and you can control with the XY anything you want. And the interesting thing is that you can put it on the post effect or one of the different corners of the instrument and then control its own XY position with the XY position of the instrument. Maybe you can go on different directions too, on whatever you want. Now, if you want to use only one instrument because 4 is too much, the XY modulator is what you will need. Listen to this. The principle is the same, just that you use it only on one device. Another way of using these XY modulators is to actually control the modulation amount of other modulators and even some things like speed or shapes or whatever. Now, maybe you don't want always to have crazy mutations. You can just go for subtle changes, for instance, in these keys, where each of the corners have a different variation of the same preset. Then with a random pair note or a sequence or any step kind of modulator, you have this ever-changing timbre when you play something. This last preset is actually from a preset pack that I'm working for Bitwig, which has 100 different sounds, and I'm going to launch it very soon, so keep an eye on it. Besides that, of course, my channel members and patrons will have access to exclusive XY container-based presets and also this Bitwig project. I will include instruments and also effects. So the possibilities of an XY container are endless. Depends only on what kind of experiments are you making. You can even change the pitches of the different instruments to get different results, and you can create different ways of mutate with effects, like granular things, glitchy things, and more. So whether you want to have different variations of similar sounds, or you want to make crazy mutations of different textures and whatnot, I think you have to explore more with the XY containers. They're honestly super fun, and of course, as always, I go crazy with experiments, but you can go tamer, so they are more useful for your music production needs. But I love to have fun with this type of experiments. Sound design for me is mostly about that. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the XY containers, if you think they are underrated, and if you have used it before. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and bye bye.